Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what's good?
Yeah.
We here, Hollywood and Friends. It's good to see you. Judy Blu. This is the way I gotta look, right? Oh yeah, you over there. We trying out this Zoom Hollywood and Friends thing so you can see us and all that. But what's good?
And
what's
all
good?
that.
Yeah. I go by the name of Hollywood.
And it's your girl, Judy Blu, official.
Judy!
What happened?
Gotta get used to looking straight ahead and not looking at you on the screen, because you technically like over there. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on social media. I am at IAmHolliewood, and Judy.
We'll see. It's gonna be there by the time we post this. Whatever name I got is gonna be there, because I might change it again
for like a week. Let me tell the people what we're gonna be talking about for today. We're talking about that big social media outage that happened on Monday. I think it was wild.
That's when
it was wild.
That day your patience was tested.
Tested.
But I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it, and we also talking about the Rona is still going on strong, and how the NBA players who are opting out of getting the situation, the players that's opting out, we gotta apparently watch our wording, because apparently they got bots that scroll through. And you don't even got to be typing nothing. You could just mention a word, they're going to flag it. So
look, be like,
right, you got to dodge the word. And so y'all know what we talking about. The players that's opting out, they're potentially going to be fined thousands. I'm talking about 6 figures, thousands per game type of. So we're talking about that. Also, we're talking about LA just passed one of the most strictest mandates regarding that situation, and yeah, it's gonna restrict a lot of people from doing a lot of things. And what else
is that gonna affect us?
Not yet, because it doesn't
don't
go
say
into
not
effect.
Yet, because it's either here or there.
It doesn't get enforced until November 4th, I believe it is. So that's after our Halloween situation. So we're gonna be good. We safe. And we talking about blurred lines, the video. You remember that video Robin Thicke had? One of the models is coming out saying that Robin roped her tetas and during the shoot. So yeah, she's putting that in a book, and it's coming out now.
In a book?
She's putting out a book. And in the book, detailed that. We're gonna get into it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I think that's what we're talking about for the day. And we got what blows mine, and also the question of the day. So every week, if this is your first time tuning in, every week we do question of the day. So for this week, our question of the day is: if you could go back to any age, what age would you go back to and why? So Judy Blu, ask you first.
As usual.
What age?
All right. So if I could go back, I would say 5 years old, because I still have memories of when I was that young. And then plus 6 years old is when, like, 5, 6, 5, you go to kindergarten, 6, you go to first grade. So it's like basically starting all of that all over again. I would like to experience being school aged all over again, and maybe try to do things a little differently, I mean, I was always a smart girl, but trying to do things that make different decisions. Because once I got to junior high school, I thought it was time to play. that is something about that high school that made it feel like, okay, it's time to enjoy yourself, you know? But even though it was junior, I thought it was time to play.
I think for me, I would probably go back to the start of high school. Cause I feel like that's what, like 14, 15. Cause I feel like at that time, knowing what I know now, I know the importance of it and the importance of like staying focused. Cause I wasn't that focused, believe it or not, and with high school. And so I would just go back to that and like focus more and like not miss my first period class as much. I would probably know Spanish because I used to skip that class. I would probably know a little more Spanish had I went to that class. But yeah, like I would just focus on school more. So I'll say about 14, 15. Yeah.
You see, we are sort of in the same category because our visions, when we choose an age, it's like saying, okay, let's go back to such and such age because of school. So why stop at 14? Why not just go all the way and just relearn all the things that you learned and learn things that you just couldn't get? Huh?
Head start. Step up.
Head start, 2 years old. So let's go back. I want all them Christmases back. I want to go back to 5. I want all that back.
Yo, I'm laughing because that's one thing that's gonna have to get bleeped out. We're gonna try our hardest not to say any curse words because we're putting this up on YouTube. So you know we're gonna.
I forgot. What did I say? I don't even realize what I said.
Let's get ready to get into what's hot in these blogs. Let's talk about
I want all that back.
That happened Monday.
Wait, she could cut it to this. Hold on, she could cut it to this. Anyway, I want all that back.
We're not cutting. Nah, we're not cutting. We just keeping it straight, raw and live. Straight live. So the outage that happened on Monday. So where were you? And did you think something was wrong with your Wi-Fi? What happened? When did you realize that something was up?
Absolutely. I was at work. So I'm like, crap. Ooh, here we go. I'm like this crappy internet. So I'm like, let me restart this. Nothing. I'm like, the only thing I didn't do was reinstall because I was not trying to go through all that, trying to figure out my password and everything like that. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. If they want to take this from me, I don't even be posting like that. Y'all want to take this from me? Nah. But so being that I couldn't get on Instagram, which is always my go-to, I got on Facebook. I'm rarely ever on Facebook. I probably go on Facebook to be like Happy New Year's or thank you for my birthday, whatever.
Right.
And that's it. Nothing. I even heard WhatsApp was acting up too. I'm not sure how true that is, but
yeah, I heard that too. But I only use WhatsApp on vacation, so I wouldn't have known about WhatsApp. But
right, so I use it often, but that day it was no need to use it, so I don't know how true it was. But yeah, I was trying to refresh everything. I'm like, all right, well, the computers is working, so it can't really be the Wi-Fi. So then one of my coworkers came in and was like, yo, your Facebook acting up or your Instagram acting up. I was like, yeah. So that's when I knew it was like some big thing. Right.
Yeah, I tried to post a video and it loaded a little bit and it wouldn't load no more. And I'm like, all right. So I thought it was where I was, the area and stuff. But then I noticed the feed wasn't refreshing and then the DMs wasn't refreshing. And I tried to send a bunch of messages on both DM and Messenger and it wasn't sending. So I was like, nah, something up. So I go to Google. The first thing I put in was Facebook down. And there it was right there, like outage.
I didn't even think to do that.
All social media. And I'm like, dang. But yeah, and usually this is not the first time it happened, but I think it was the longest that it happened in one shot, like, because it was a while, like it
And
took,
you better
I
have
went
it
to
trying to
Twitter.
send something to me. You better have it trying
I
to send something to me, because I definitely was trying to send something to you.
I definitely was. So I ended up going to Twitter, and I'm tweeting on Twitter, and that's where everybody was. The party was on Twitter. Everybody on Twitter left here.
You know, I don't even use that.
Oh, you said
Oh,
you
well.
don't use that? I thought you said
yeah,
you
I'm
only
not addicted to social media like that. Like, if you look on my page, I haven't posted since probably like March or something, you know, like,
not
but
March.
I do post in my stories every now and then, but I'm not addicted. So it was either Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp. I wasn't on either. I like to be in the DMs. I'm like, I'm not on Broad Street posting on my timeline.
Right.
I'll be in the service lane, in the back, I'll be in the back streets. I'll be in the back streets. The DMs is like
you
the
might
back
think
streets.
I'm not active, but I'm
you know
active
what I'm saying?
in them DMs.
I'm active, but I ain't active. I'll be in the back streets, sliding through the back. I'll be in the service lane while y'all.
Facts, it's facts. Because I'll be the same way. Like sometimes I'll go like a week without posting, but I'm on there. I'm active. I'm watching stories. I'm DMing.
Everything.
I'm just posting, yeah. But I was saying,
here.
These outages, I feel like they're teaching us how to live without social media, but clearly I'm failing because I went to Twitter, tweeting over there. So it's like, that's the time for us to like debrief, if you will, like to.
That sounds like a social media quarantine.
Right, like let go for unplug for a second.
No, that was it for me. Like I couldn't get on that and I couldn't get on that. Well, let me just watch a movie or something to come back on. So I'll do that. Let me just get
Twitter
productive.
And yeah, so I was just trying to figure it out. But yeah, so it lasted for a long time.
7 hours.
Couple of hours.
A couple is 2. A few. 7. That's a long time.
It is. That's a whole
especially for somebody who makes money off of social media.
A lot of people was feeling threatened and feeling a little shook, not knowing where their next dollar was about
was gonna come from.
Damn, man. So yeah, that happened. And I mean, we back, but it just lets you know that everything is like, when it comes to like internet and like digital age, everything is like subject to like hacks. Like we're all vulnerable because at the drop of a dime, anybody could just take it away and we'll be lost. Like,
right.
So y'all better get people numbers and start texting or something instead of DMing all day. But yeah.
What does that have to do with anything? Because you could just save a person's number in your phone. You don't gotta memorize that.
Next time social media go out, you could be, actually calling somebody or I don't know, something like that.
I don't know. Well, I guess that just taught people to at least think of alternative ways to do whatever it is that you're doing on social media, just in case this should happen to happen again.
Right. Because that was 7 hours. Next time it's going to be 24, 48. Nah. We'll see how that goes. Let's move on. Let's talk about the NBA players who will possibly be fined for not getting the shot. Y'all know what shot I'm talking about. A lot of players opted out. Well, not a lot. I think I read it was like right. I think I read it was like 5% of like the league or something like that who opted out of getting it. And so similar to how there are a lot of employers who are finding ways to penalize their employees for not getting it, the NBA is basically doing the same thing. So it's like, we're not going to force you to get it, but if you don't and you miss a game because of it, you could lose. We're not going to pay you for the games, in other words. So you're losing out.
But isn't it annual? Isn't it annual? So what would it be? A fine? Because
So
don't they get paid annually?
Yeah. It's a percentage of their salary that they'll lose. So I was reading the numbers. So it was like 42% of their total salary if they miss every home game. That's just home game. 42% of their salary they would lose.
Wow.
Yeah.
They wild.
But what do you think about this? What do you think about the league finding players for not getting the shot if they miss a game because of it?
I don't want to really like. I think that's not my tax bracket.
Right, it's out of my.
Like, who am I to base my opinion on stuff that I ain't even reached yet, on a level I ain't even reached yet? But I will say this: the way that they are like the forcing it is just scary. Scary. Yeah. Scary. It's like, so, okay, I'm the type of person, like, I'm gonna do it. I don't know if it's just the Leo in me, but I'm gonna do it. But if you telling me to do it, right, I ain't doing it. Now I don't want to do it. Oh, I'm taking my time. Right, I'm gonna do it when I want to do it.
Don't tell me what to do.
In my time, don't tell me what to do. I'm the leader. Leos, we are the leader. Lita, right? Lita, Lita.
Yeah, my thing.
But what I'm saying, like, I think it's really crazy. I feel like I'm gonna get back. I said it already. I've been said it. I'm just waiting for the right place to go because I just moved. So, I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm gonna get it, but it's just scary the way, it's just scary. It's just scary.
I'm on the opposite side of the fence with that because I'm not planning to, don't want to. And I feel like I just hope, well, I'm not even gonna say that. What I will say is I feel like it's wild how there are like companies, for instance, who they allow you to have medical or religious exemptions for it, but at the same time finding loopholes to penalize you for not having.
Don't come to work then.
You're telling me I could be exempt, but then you telling me if I don't get it, I'm gonna be on unpaid leave. Like stuff like that, certain companies are doing, and it's like, what's the point? Like,
let me say this. It's so weird, and I'm gonna watch my words because I know I already messed up. But it's so weird that these same people that was out here from day one, when nobody knew what it was, when nobody knew how to treat it, when nobody knew how to stay free of it, when nobody knew how to cure it, or when there was nothing to prevent you from, being overcome by it, right? I don't want to say certain words, right? But you get what I'm saying, overcome, right? These same people that their jobs, their careers, money spent on the education to be in this field, they put total dedication into being out there and risking their lives to help people that they don't even know, because this is their job. This is what they went to school for. This is what they love to do. These same people, their jobs are being threatened because they choose not to do what they're pushing out there, right? So why is it okay for them to go through the whole situation, right? Can I say situation? Go through the whole thing not with this treatment, right? I'm gonna say treatment, and be fine. Never get sick, never die, nothing, right? But now you want them to go and get this thing, but they ain't been had the thing, right? They ain't been had it, but now you telling them that they gonna lose their jobs if they don't get it. I thought that was important, right?
Right. People went from being champion, from being
Thought
the
that was
front
important. I thought
line, and
that what
thank
I
you,
did,
and then
right,
all of a sudden, get out of
I thought
here.
that
Like
was important.
do this or
I thought that
that's
was
it.
essential.
Right.
I put my life on the line every single day during this thing.
Exactly.
I done bruised my face up wearing all these masks and missed time from my family. And every time I came home, I had to strip my clothes down at the door just so I could hug my daughter. But now you telling me if I don't get this thing, school, excuse me. Forget the education. Forget the education that I paid for. Forget the time that I put in. Forget the risk that I took.
Right.
I'm gonna lose my job because I choose not to put this into me.
Right. And my thing is, it's like there are multiple ways that you can prevent or stay safe. In other words, from contracting it, spreading it. I feel like there are other ways that you can do it. So these, like healthcare workers, for instance, they're not being like irresponsible or anything
they
like that by choosing not to do that, because they'll still wear their masks. They'll still social distance. They'll still do what they got to do. Otherwise, they just don't want to put this foreign thing in their body. But apparently, that's not good enough.
What happened to land of the free? And the heart
of the oh man. So yeah. So speaking of that, have you heard about LA just passed one of the strictest mandates regarding this I don't even know what to call it, regarding this jab nation situation. Regarding that, they just passed one of the strictest mandates regarding this. So you're gonna have to show your status to go basically anywhere except for grocery stores and what was the other one? There was two things. Damn, it was grocery stores and one other thing. That's the only two things that is exempt from this thing. You can't go to the movies. You can't go to the mall. You can't go to the gym. You can't go to restaurants unless there's outdoor seating. You have to show proof of this beginning on November 4th or quiet for you.
So I'm guessing you're gonna be canceling your AMC.
Basically, but what I was reading in the details is that certain what's the word? Certain businesses or companies will require you to present what's the word I'm looking for? I'm drawing the only blank. Medical exemption or religious exemption. So you're able to show that and then show proof of a negative test within the past 72 hours, and you can go in certain venues. So I'm hoping AMC is one of those venues that allows that. Otherwise,
so you're gonna have to. Oh, okay. I want to go to the movies on Friday.
Right.
Now I gotta go take the test on Wednesday so I can go to the movies on Friday.
Right.
I did it again.
Right.
I did it again.
But yeah, that's basically it. It will become annoying after a while, right? Like you can't just up and feel like, oh, let's just go here today, because I need a test. But
and I like spontaneous stuff like that. Like, yo, you want to go to the movies? Yeah. All right, let's go to the movies then. Oh, come on, you want to go bowling? It's right there. Let's go. But when I was in New York, I went to, well, you was with me. Remember we went to New York and we went roller skating?
There's always loopholes. There's always
we
some
went.
back
They was like,
door.
oh, you got this? Oh, nah, okay, go.
Right. The guy literally at the front door was like,
it's okay, go
let me
ahead.
see your ID and your proof of status. If you ain't got it, it's okay.
They just have to say it. Like,
Go right on in.
It's
at the end of the
weird.
day, a lot of these businesses, they're gonna lose a lot of money if they
and they're gonna protest.
Follow it. So
just like how the restaurants and everything were closed,
right.
They're gonna protest and they are going to feel it.
So a lot of the hospitals are already requiring proof of status before you can even go in. Right now, to this day, I witnessed it with my own eyes. There was this old man and lady at the front desk was like, "You have your proof of da da da?" And he like, "No." She like, "You have a negative test?" He like, "No." She like, "Yeah, are you gonna have to go back home and get it?" And it's like, you could be turning this man away to die. Like, come on, like, it's crazy.
Because he's not
out of line.
Oh,
it's wild. I don't know. They said it's gonna get worse before it get better, and people thought that it meant like because of the virus itself, but nah, it's gonna be because of it's gonna be a lot of
Big Brother.
It's gonna be a lot of slow singing and fluff. Yeah, it's gonna get crazy.
The only thing I'm not like, look, you could tell us to get this all you want. But as long as they don't start purging on the thank God we ain't charging no dollars. But as long as y'all ain't purging on the ones that don't, I'm good. Like,
so there's matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna tell you what I might do off air.
What does that mean? So you going through the back? Because that's the only thing I could think of. Go through the back, through the roof or something.
Honestly, that's the only thing I care about. I could cook myself. I don't really go out to eat that often. I probably go out to eat once every like 2 months or something. I don't go to the gym, even though I should, but I can work
once every 2 months.
Yeah, in terms of out to eat.
You go way more than that. So how is that even possible?
I don't go out to eat like that.
You go way more than that. So how is that even possible?
How? If I go out the country, that's different. But I'm talking about like here, where the
you're not listening to what I'm saying. You get on a flight more. So you're saying you fly more than you eat out? Son, yes. It's not adding up. Yes. The numbers ain't adding up.
Yes. I do takeout. No. But dining in the restaurant?
Well, maybe these past 2 years.
Nah, I don't.
There's no way.
I don't.
There's no way.
Takeout.
There's no way.
Yep. Once every 2 months.
I don't like to eat out. Like I don't like certain restaurants. I can't do. Like the Waffle House, I can't. I don't know. I just can't. It's not big enough for me.
Overrated.
I don't like little spots. Like my daughter used to get so mad when I used to take her to like McDonald's and Burger King because I never wanted to stay. It's not my scene. You want to go to Dave & Buster's? Let's go. But I'm not going to sit in McDonald's and Burger King. I'm not doing it. She used to be so mad.
So McDonald's is going to be requiring this, you think? Like when people go in there to sit down? Like,
well, I don't know, because when we came back, when we was out there in New York, we was sitting in a food court and
right.
So how are they going to control things like that? Like if you go to a food court and everybody is like, are you going to say, are you vaccinated before you take the order?
Well, in this case out here anyway, they're requiring it to go in malls apparently. So I guess they're figuring everybody in there will be good regardless. But
you can't.
The only thing I care about is the movies. AMC better act right and not play. Or
listen, but
HBO
how
Max
is that gonna work though? Because people are going to be fighting. Yo, you got this? Bah! Popcorn flying everywhere. Wigs, shoes.
Wow for the night.
Yo, you
Let's move on.
disrespecting me?
Yo, you seen did you watch the Hip Hop Awards?
Of course I didn't. I haven't watched the awards in years, but I will allow you to talk about it.
So I watched. I thought for one, I love the fact that they have a Hip Hop Awards. Like that's dope because hip hop is so like the contribution to society, to everything. Hip hop is like, so it's dope that they giving them that recognition. But I don't know. I feel like I'm like old because I ain't know a lot of these performers. I'm like, who is this? Who is this performing right now? And then especially for the ciphers, and the ciphers, like the ciphers exposed a lot of people. You know, when it comes to ciphers and rapping, like you gotta be nice. Like, yeah, you
On
can come up
point.
with these catchy TikTok songs and be, you know, you could come up with these songs that's hot and go viral and you're on the radio and all that. But when it comes to the ciphers, if you're gonna go on the BET Hip Hop Awards and be a part of the cipher, that's gonna expose you. And it exposed a lot of artists. There was a few
Who in
that did their
particular?
thing, and I can't even remember the names because most of them was unknowns. It was probably like one or two that got songs out that we know that was like, yikes, like what are you doing? You should have just sat this one out because it
No
wasn't a good look.
OGs? No OGs?
No, this time around they didn't have any real like dope OG ciphers. It was
So
all,
there was OGs, just not dope
it was
ones, is
all
what you're saying.
new and one song out artists. It wasn't no like OGs in the ciphers. But y'all gotta step y'all rap game up if y'all want to be on a hip hop cipher, because
they were just at the right place at the right time and knew the right person.
Like, yeah, because that, I'm telling you right now, it exposed a lot of y'all. But other than that, the performances was not bad. Lotto performed, Bia performed, Young Thug performed, and a bunch of other artists that I don't know performed. But the dopest performance of the night though was Nelly. He got the IAmHolliewood Award. I think that's what it was called. And he did like this like medley of like all his hits, and he turned it up. And the background dancers, sheesh, them girls was going in. Drop down and get your eagle on, girl. Like them spandex shorts was doing this thing.
Of course.
The dancers, they held it down. Nelly had the dope performance.
I gotta see that. I'm here for the performances, but I don't need to watch the whole thing to see a couple of performances.
Yeah, you gotta watch Nelly's. He definitely did his thing for sure. He had the best performance. But yeah,
I'm gonna check it out.
That's basically it. That wrapped up the Hip Hop Awards in a nutshell. What else we talking about? Robin Thicke. So you know that song Blurred Lines? Blurred Lines. It's actually our theme song for What Blows My Mind.
Everybody shut up.
In the video, right? One of the models in the video, it putting out a book, and she's saying that Robin Thicke groped her on set. And I don't know if you remember, they had like an uncut version of the video where the girls were topless, like just running around, like, you remember that?
Yeah.
So I guess before shooting or before the scene, she claims that Robin came up behind her and cupped her breast. And yeah, what you think about this?
I'm never gonna say that a woman is lying. Okay, that's one thing I'm gonna say. But what I am gonna say is, why you wait so long? Or did you wait for the right opportunity because you're about to come out with a book? That's all I'm gonna say. Opportunist. Why are you saying it now? Why didn't you say it when it happened? Or maybe a month after it happened, maybe 2 months after all these years, you're waiting till you come out with a book to mention this. Is that the base of your sales? Is that what you're using to sell your books? So people could go into your book and see what happened? Sweetie.
So her response, her name is
Hold on,
Emily.
I'm not finished.
Okay, good.
We love his music, but we not about to buy your book to see what happened that night. We don't love him that much.
Her name is Emily Radajkowski. So people asking her that same question, like, why you ain't say nothing then, She said that basically she wouldn't be famous had she come out then. She said she was an unknown model at the time, and had she come out then and said Robin Thicke groped her, she felt like, I guess maybe she would have got blackballed, maybe she wouldn't have got any work anymore, blah, blah, blah. So she waited till she got a name for herself, and also it helps that she's putting out a book. And so it's in there.
So is she famous now? Because I don't know who she is.
I guess enough. She's putting out.
I don't know her. She don't know me, so she can't be
expect somebody to buy the book. So I guess she's famous enough. I don't know.
Like I said, we like his music, but it ain't that much to want to buy your book to see what he did to you that night, because you just basically said it. He grabbed your cup. You should have said something before, right? I understand. Sometimes it's scary, but it's obvious like she wasn't that scared, because now she's saying that she's coming out. So convenient around the time that she's selling her book, promoting her book, right?
And the title of the book is My Body, I think. That's what it's called.
My body, oh, your body, babe. But I would never say a woman is lying. It's not my job to say somebody is lying. I'm not a judge or a jury. But I'm just saying how convenient.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. I don't know, but it definitely is like, if you're gonna put it anywhere, why not put it in the book to sell more? We'll see if it actually works.
And what would it cover? Copies. 2 pages?
Literally
1 page, 2 pages?
I think it's a book of essays or something like that. So it's probably gonna be 1 page, and that's it.
I could see if it was an ongoing thing, and she was like,
we'll see what if Robin has anything to say. He, as far as I know, as of right now, he hasn't spoken out about it, or at least any statements. But you know how quick someone's career could change, especially right now in this era. Like, you better hope no other women come out.
The cancel culture. Wasn't he married at that time?
Sure. I think he was still with Paula Patton at that time, yeah.
Right. Or maybe just freshly broken up. Anyway, what we got going on?
Last but not least, let's talk about the oh no, we already spoke about that. Actually, that's it. That concludes what's hot in these blogs for this week. That's all we got. We can get into what blows mine if you have anything. I don't know how we're gonna do this what blows mine theme situation, because this is our first time doing the Zoom video, Hollywood and Friends. So do you have something that blows yours?
I'm always angry, but you know, these days that's been kind of all right. You know? It's kind of all right. Let's talk about the names.
So so basically what blows mine is the part of the show we say what gets under our skin, what irks our nerves. Like, what's that one thing people do that just have you like, bruh, really? So normally we would have you call in, we would give a phone number, but we still figuring that part out. So it's just gonna be me and Judy Blu saying what blows eyes right now. So Judy, you first or what?
Always gotta be first. That blows mine. So there you have it.
For me, what blows mine is these mandates. That's starting to blow mine. It's like the walls are like slowly closing in. And I ain't breaking.
So what you gonna do if they tell you that you need it to work?
I'll cross that bridge when I get there, but there's plenty of ways to make money. I'll say that. There's other ways to make money.
What if both ways that you make money, or always?
That's why the key, folks, the key is to have multiple streams.
They crack it down, baby.
Because
they crack it down, baby.
In case you lose one, you still got 4 more or 3 more.
They crack it down, baby.
I told you, OnlyFans before I go back to retail. So unless OnlyFans tell me I gotta be back.
Listen.
I gotta be jabbed to be on OnlyFans. We in there. There's ways to make money.
You could listen. You could sell your gooch without having to get that. You could just sell gooch.
You know how people, there's fetishes, right? People got foot fetishes, and some people make OnlyFans just for feet. You can make
so what if you make an OnlyFans just for your gooch?
Gooch shots.
That's what blows minds.
There's a market.
Speaking of,
that's
what blows minds. Look, that's what blows minds. When guys be like, "Oh, let me see, send me a picture." No, you send me a picture. Let me see that gooch. Let me see that gooch. That gooch. I love it whenever he goes gooch. Let me make it go gooch. Let me see that gooch. Guys don't think like, okay, you want a picture? Fine. Send me one first. Send me one first. A pic for a pic. And whatever I send, you gotta send that in return. So if I send a nipple, I want a nipple. Right? Do I have to continue? Do I have to continue?
Tit for tat.
Right.
Literally.
Tit for tat. Nah, let me stop. But yeah, that be blowing mine.
So if nothing else, that'll conclude this edition.
So you're not angry?
I said it was just the mandates. That's the only thing that's blowing mine.
That's it. So the mandates is the only thing that make you mad. What about your friend that owe you money?
We spoke about that last week. So
you ain't say you. I'm just saying, like, I'm not even talking about that. Now let's get out of here.
We're gonna get ready to wrap this thing on up. So what you think? How you feel about this? Our first time doing this whole video situation. I got to get used to not looking over here. Like my eyes keep cutting over here trying to look at you, but I got to learn to just stay here with it.
Basically, it's cool and all that. What the hell?
I'm looking at you.
What?
Now you got to do the other way. You like. I'm like, what the hell? What is? So you got to look that way, and I look that way.
I did. I was like this.
No, the other way. I'm the other way.
You ain't how you over here. But you looking that way.
That's just how it works for the camera.
I ain't with But
yeah, so it was cool. we're gonna work this thing on out. We're gonna iron out the kinks. We're gonna get a phone number for y'all to call into, so it could be like live and we could talk to y'all and all that. But in the meantime, in between time, be sure to follow us on social media. Facebook is facebook.com/HolliewoodAndFriendsRadio. And Instagram is @HollywoodAndFriends. Just take note of how the Hollywood is spelled, not like the city. Judy Blu, where they can find you.
You can find me at Take_.
Take_. It is Halloween month, but
Take_care_ all 2021 on Instagram. Judy Blu on Snap. Judy Blu on Facebook. Here every Sunday at the same time. On YouTube at HamptonBlu. You can watch our challenges, our interviews. You can watch our Hollywood performances. What else? We got all that on there. Just check us out.
Just look at the related vids. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at IAmHolliewood. And follow our producer Stacy at HamptonBluNetwork on Instagram. BLU is how you spell blue. And also youtube.com/HamptonBlu. And yeah, that's it. You know what would be dope, random sidebar? You know how normally we play songs during the show?
Right.
Like for the YouTube, we could play videos. Right? You could throw a video as a little break. That means he's like, but we're gonna get ready to wrap this thing on up, get out of here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. However you're tuning in, YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn app, whatever. We appreciate you. We out, right?
And we out. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Sip started from the bottom, now here, girl. Oh yeah. This is my part right here. Ooh. Invited everybody. You want the biggest.
Like Anita was in Mexico. What she said?
No,
nothing came up.
What she said? Invited everybody.
All right, we out.
Congratulations, you played yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself. Don't be so shocked now, you earned it. Can't even speak, you so nervous. Had your speech ready, your girl set to back you like a chorus. Alibi's just a noble lie. Ain't no need to apologize. Go ahead, baby, accept that shit. And look, this whole thing's televised. Just so thankful. I'm just so thankful you done got caught. For that jewelry maker was called. Cue that rapper music, cut it short. No audition, you so gifted. Heard you chasing after the fame. Well, the stage is set and the winner is. Look, they called your name. It's crazy. Congratulations, you played yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself. Congratulations. Congratulations, you played yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself. Congratulations.